How's it going, everybody? Moose here. I am in my garage today with the Gold Wing, February 27th, 2021, the day before the 28th, which is the last day of February of this year. I am wired up right now with a wireless mic system that I'm trying out from Footwelt. I've used it on other videos, but this is the first time I've used it with the GoPro, which is inside the media pod right now. I also have the adapter you can put in the side of the GoPro for the mic. I'm going to try that on my helmet this year, I think. I might even try it with this wireless mic setup. I'm not sure. But the purpose of this video today is talk about a little bit of maintenance we're going to do today and tomorrow. Today being Saturday, tomorrow being Sunday. We got a little late start. I did get the bike in the garage. The garage is a bit of a mess, but aren't most garages. At least I can get in here and use it. But basically, yeah, I'm going to change the oil, and it's really an easy job. Pretty simple to follow inside the owner's manual or the service manual, of which if you want to buy a cheaper service manual and have one that you can take with you all the time, might I recommend purchasing a online version through a PDF file format. That's what I did, and I can pull it up on my phone, my iPad anytime I want, and I can take it with me on trips. I don't have to take a big old book with me. But a little bit of times you got to look at it. Another thing I have that I'm going to start installing is some stuff from Traxxion Dynamics. Max McAllister was nice enough to send me a few items that he saw their company makes. He saw one of my videos and offered to send me a few things, mainly for the pull tab, for the key system in the back, because I did that one video on how to unlock your Honda if you ever have battery power failure. And he sent me this little attachment that he made, his company makes, that goes on the black plastic piece of the bike, so you can pull it off without any kind of tools. So I have that, and inside the package he also sent me a nice set of his seat bolts that he makes at their company, Traxxion Dynamics in Georgia, and it replaces the fact that you can pull that little sleeve and the long bolts that Honda made, so everything's made on there. It's basically a shank bolt at the right length that you can actually put in, and that gets rid of those inserts that can fall out when you're putting your seat on, and you can cause quite a bit of damage to the plastic seat. So I really appreciate that, Max. I really do. Thank you very much. And I got on his website also because I was looking at this when he came out with it, and I know it's probably never going to be an issue, but I did buy the stainless steel pin that his company turns and makes that goes in your steering spindle up here underneath the handlebar cover, the dash. And that is basically in a rare chance, as he mentioned, of that aluminum housing they build that's hollow breaking, and which in turns on a Gold Wing would be very bad, because you would have no way of connecting your handlebars, I'll get it right here eventually. You would have no way of attaching your handlebars to your wishbone suspension, because this is not like a normal motorcycle where it has down tubes and risers where if something happened you still might have control. It uses two tie rods and that shank there, and if that breaks, your handlebars no longer connect to your bike. It's a bad day, and it can be made much less worse with one of these stuck in there, because it will make that hollow pin a good solid stainless steel pin, which will at least give you a chance to get to the side of the road, possibly without killing yourself. So I'm going to put that in as a just in case, better to have and not need than need and not have kind of idea. And I'm also going to install that stuff this weekend. So again, I won't have full-length videos on how to remove this stuff. I'm just going to pull these up and move the dash. You can watch that on his channel, and I'll post that link here also, and it shows how to go about doing that. I did a very nice video on that, so there's no reason for me to get into it. But basically, it'll be little small snippets. I'll talk a little bit here and there and let you know what I'm doing, how things are going. I'm not a professional mechanic by any means. I've worked on my own vehicles for years, so I understand mechanics, but I'm not a certified mechanic. So do at your own risk. Don't follow mine and think it's be all end all things, because I'm only human. I might make mistakes, but I've been changing my own oil on motorcycles and stuff for years, my own vehicles, and doing my own maintenance. Saves you a fortune. Most of it's very simple if you just take the time to look at it and just follow the manufacturer's instructions how to do so. So I'm going to get into it. I'm going to start looking at what I can do first, and then get some things installed. So keep watching the video. You'll see little snippets. I'll try to keep it as short as possible, just little inserts of what's going on. Alrighty then, let's get to it. Alright folks, I'm getting started here. Don't do what I did. I broke a nail on my middle finger, and I broke a nail on my little finger. my index finger, just trying to pull the cover up. Use your fingers, not your nails. I wasn't paying attention. Try not to scratch things, but right here, and you can see this on Max McAllister's video and other people's videos, you take the center dash out. But I just want to show you what I'm doing here. See these two sides? If you pull these up, I got towels underneath them to keep them up away from the bike. And, there's some scratches on the bike, but that's not from this. But basically what you're looking at is down in here, there will be, all right, so basically down inside here, what you got is, you got a little 5mm bolt, plastic tab that's on each side. You'll push this forward, you'll pull up on it, you'll lay it back, and you'll be able to get to that pin, which I don't have a cover on mine. You'll see that here in a minute with the heli bars. And then you just want to watch, make sure you don't smack this right here. So yeah, basically what I'm going to use is I got a long 5mm T-handle. I can probably give you the link to this from Amazon down below. It's a really handy tool. It's great on this bike because almost everything on this bike is 5mm. Or those little plastic clips, and my God, buy some of those plastic clips somewhere that you can replace them because you will lose some. Shoei makes them. I can't remember. It's like 10 of them for so much money. It's a hell of a lot cheaper than Honda. But anyways, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that off, and then scratches everywhere. I can't seem to find a 5mm ball and socket right now. So what I'm going to do is I got some gaff tape. I am going to tape up the sides of these ears right here. Gaff tape doesn't have a residue like duct tape has. So, because I'm going to have to get in there, I don't want to scratch the paint on this with that wrench, because I can't really get it in a ball form. But this will work. One. Two. Careful with the bolts, don't lose them, obviously. Those over here. I got a magnet. Magnetic it out of there. Right there. Okay. So, that's done. Now we're going to go with the plastic clips. Like I said, there's lots of videos out there on this. And such. Pop those out. Careful with your paint. I get the screwdriver in there. Just give it a little twist and it'll pop the lid off that thing. It'll pop it up. Then you should be able to get in there and get them out. Ever so carefully. One. With the dirt downside there. And there's two. And from here, you basically want to watch yourself. A little tape on that, I think. It shouldn't hurt anything being gaff tape, shouldn't hurt the paint. I'm going to slide this forward. I don't know if you can see that, I'll show you. Basically what I did here is this dash slides back, and I slide it forward. Almost touching up there. But it's not quite, but you still want to watch yourself because you're going to have to give it a yank to get it off there. And again, there's a lot of videos out there showing you how to do this. So, I'm sorry for the close-ups, but I'm not a professional by any means. Pull that up. Pull this out. Smart person would have had a towel ready. Not very bright. What we're going to do is we're going to lay the sweatshirt over this. We're just going to lean that over. Let it sit there. Make sure it's not touching your covers. It's a good place for those towels I have in there. like so. If you scratch it, you know, I mean, it sucks, sure, but nothing stays new forever. So that can rest like that. This thing is filthy underneath. I put the heli bar risers on. I didn't feel like cutting the cover and putting it back on. I thought it looked fine the way it was. So you can see right here, those are the heli bar attachments things. And that's the hole that that pin's going to go into. I'm going to clean it up here. I'm missing a bolt on my side cover here for my wire. While I'm in here, I'm going to pull that wire out a little bit. Cool. That's from my iPhone. And later on this year, honestly, I'm going to have to do an air filter change on this thing, so I will film that because I have not watched a video or seen a video yet on how to get that out of there that you don't have to pay for. I don't like paying for maintenance videos. All right, I just want to do it. I want it to be free. I want people to be able to do their own stuff. I don't want them to be charged to see how to do it. That's just my opinion. You can have your own. So I'm going to clean up that bolt. I'm going to drop that pin down in there, and I'm going to double check the torque on these bolts for the heli bars while I'm in there. Why not? And make sure we're good. So we'll see what we get here in a minute. All right, so basically this pin drops down in the center of this thing. Put the dash back on. You're good to go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. This is the steering pin they make from Traxxion Dynamics right here. And what we're going to do is it's just going to go right in this hole, like so. And then I'm going to push it down, latch it in there, and put the cover back on this, and we'll call this part of the thing done. And then just reverse order, putting it back together. Okay, so back dash is back on. Again, videos out there for that. Everything went well. Got everything in there. You want to watch out for the one cable on this side. It got wrapped up in there. Pushed it back behind the lid. And pushed her back down. Put the bolts back in. Pins back in. And the metal pin is in the handlebars. So, yay. One less worry I ever got to worry about, hopefully. And I don't think it was really a worry to begin with. But never hurts to have a little extra security. I think now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the seat off and get those bolts in there, which I'm not going to video that because, let's face it, we've got a lot of videos out there for taking seats off. That bike is filthy. I need a detail. This thing is dirty. But hopefully get that done. I think I'll work on that plate here, and then maybe later I'll drain the oil out of it. I'll show you where the drain bolts are. Should be fun. Alright. Video keep on rolling. See you in a little bit when I decide to do something else. Alright folks, I'm not gonna, like I said, I didn't want to show you how to get the stuff out of the seat. It was really easy. Don't mind me, I'm tethered. But I want to show you here what we got. So here is the original bolt. And there's the new Traxxion Dynamic bolt. As you can see, Traxxion Dynamics bolt's all one piece. It's like a shank on it. It's kind of like a shank bolt. But this bolt for this seat, see, this is the piece that's in your seat. And it's actually not in there this way where you can just grab it and pull it out. You got to pull the seat up and get behind it because it's in backwards. So this is pointed out to the seat and the flange is on the inside, which makes no sense to me. Because one, when you push this bolt in, the original bolt, you get it wrong, you push it out of the housing, and now you just lost your shank to your bolts, and now you're just on plastic. And then the washer comes off, so if you lose the washer, your bolt head's going to slide through the hole on the seat. This gets rid of all that problem because it just goes in there, the pieces build onto it, fills the hole in the plastic seat, bolt threads in, and no pieces to lose. I mean, this is kind of a fail on Honda's part. I don't know where they got this design at. A lot more money and time invested in just putting a whole bunch of pieces together than it would be to just turn one bolt or get one bolt to fit like they did. But you just want to make sure that, let me show you what you're doing. It's right in there. I don't know if you can see that. The flashlight might be kind of bright. Right there's the plastic tab, that hole, and that shoulder bolt's going to fill that hole. and then the seat will be secure. Pretty easy. You just would have thought that GoPro would have came up with a better idea. Sorry, GoPro. Honda. Anyways, all right. Hello again. I am finishing up the last project right now. It's this little plastic cover that's going to go on this plastic cover that covers your keyhole on the back of your gold wing, where you use the emergency key to get into if you got to open your trunks, saddlebags and stuff, the battery goes dead. This is made by Traxxion Dynamics also, and comes with 2 screws, black acetyl piece of plastic that's pretty good close match to the bike. And basically this cover is about 10 inches long, so I marked it at a half point of 5 inches. I also found the center of this. Marked 2 holes. I don't know if you can see those. Probably not, but there's 2 holes marked. I just used a quick punch those through. I'm going to use a smaller drill bit, then I'm going to go to a 3/16 drill bit, which is the final size you'll need. Screw this on, a radius edge toward the bottom where you're going to grab it at, obviously, or you know, otherwise it wouldn't work too good. Square edges at the top. Should be pretty simple. So I'm going to go ahead and get that drill and get it mounted on here and get it back on the back of the bike, and I guess probably look at dinner, maybe do the oil change tonight. Not sure yet. I'll probably make that another video that goes along with this one for the oil change. I think this is getting kind of long. I'll probably just make this my Traxxion Dynamic gear installation video, where I really don't show you how to install anything. I just show you how I made to get it in there, because there's other videos out there to show you how, and I will link them all to this video, either in above me. I think it's over here. It could be over here. Not really sure. It could be on the right side. It could be on the left side. It'll be somewhere. And I'll put it down below too, so you can see the video, so you can find out how to do some of this stuff. But it's pretty self-explanatory. It's not that bad. I think you'll be all right. All right, let's get after it. All right, seat bolts are in, pins in, and I got the plate on the back of the bike. Right there. You can see that. Looks pretty good on there. Should be pretty nice whenever we gotta get to the key, so that's handy. Other than that, I'm going to possibly take a break. I just had dinner, another break. I might wait and do the oil tomorrow. May take the rest of the night off. Maybe I'll put this together. Then I'll do the oil change tomorrow. Alright. I'm weird. Yeah. So, let me just push this down here. I just want to mention a few things. Alright. So, all of that's finished, and everything seems to be back to the norm. The bike, I just have to do the oil change tomorrow, and probably the rear end change tomorrow. I got time tonight, but why rush it? I'm not doing anything else important. Just hanging around. I might look and see if I can figure out a way to do some GoPro mounts tonight. Maybe I'll spend the rest of the night doing that. I want to come up with some ideas, maybe. They might not work, they might work, we'll see. I do have some new things coming here soon for this riding season. I have a new helmet on its way, because my helmet's over 5 years old and it's time to replace it. I got new gloves. They're very similar to the ones, or I think they're identical to the ones Mike Haley 7 wears. Got titanium knuckles. He raved about them so much that I got myself a pair. I'm getting things ready for trips this year, hopefully. Will not be going to the meetup. Hope you guys have fun, but I'm going to stay away from that one. Stay away from the groups for the year. Let COVID subside a little bit. Not really sure where I'm going to go yet. Got to figure that out. Hopefully it'll be sometime in August, September where I'll go on a big trip. I'm going to do some small trips. Got some things I want to do. Nothing planned, nothing set in stone, but some ideas. And of course, the next video will be me doing an oil change and a rear end oil change on this. And show you some stuff on that front. It'll be paired with this video. Like I said, if anybody has any questions on what I did, if you want a little more in-depth explanation, I can try to give it, but I think the videos I'll link above, you know, in the video and the description down below will make it pretty self-explanatory. They're really good videos. They're something better than what I'm going to put together right now. So just, you know, take your time, watch what you're doing, and everything should work out all right. I think the biggest thing take away from this, And I know it's going to sound funny, but don't be afraid to break stuff. You break it, you find a way to fix it. So put it on wrong, find a way to fix that. It's just the way it is. Sometimes those things happen on your own bike. If you're doing somebody else's bike customer-wise, hopefully you're a professional. You won't make those kind of mistakes. But today went off without a hitch. No major issues, no major mistakes. I got the pin in. I'm happy about that because that'll be nice just in case this ever does come loose. So I'm very thankful to Traxxion Dynamics for coming up with some of the innovative ideas and products that they're making. I hope to make it out there this year to Georgia. I'd like to test ride their Gold Wing with their suspension. I watched somebody else's video and saw how the rear tire thing works, so I can see how the suspension would probably change the ride of the bike quite a bit, make it a lot more stable. And it feels good already, honestly. So if it's as much as improvement as they state it is, I really want to try it out, see what I think. I don't know if I'd have the work done this year. I'd like to at least test ride it, maybe save up for it for next year. I still got to buy some new gear this year for my trips. My KD7 and I both own these Gold Wings, and we're the, according to Harley Trek, we are the Gold Wing twins. Patches being made and stickers. I'm just kidding. There aren't anything in the works for that, but it would be kind of funny. All right. You know what? I'm going to cut this off here, and the next video out will be an oil change and probably a rear end fluid change on this bike. Not so distant future, I guess I should say. And until next time, ride on.